follow us everywhere we go, because sometimes we hear people saying, I am people. I'm like, I need to move to an island. I need to move here. I need
Mhm.
to move here. And then a lot of this stuff will be solved. Maybe some of it will, but how true is that?
You mean like in terms of systemic corruption and stuff?
Yeah. So it's like those, if we are a part of the system that we're in, it's we can relieve some of the pain that we're going through, or can we relieve some of the pain that we're going through by placing ourselves into another system?
Mhm.
Or are these some of the pains that we need to go through regardless of where we are because of the karmic destiny that we have?
Yeah.
Lots of things
Yeah,
I just threw your way.
it's a tough question, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think that there's different ways to look at this, but we're all ultimately connected, as you pointed out. And so that means there really isn't such a thing as escaping anything, because you could almost look at all of humanity as one being. And so those archetypes of abuse, trauma, abandonment, loneliness, these are archetypes that the human race, the human species is currently dealing with in itself and is evolving through. So it works that way with, every system that humans make, because every system we make is an outgrowth of us, is an extension of us. Our politics, our economics, our governments, our medicine, you name it. And so these same problems show up in every system of humanity. Um,
Mm.
Looking at government, for an example, the governments is like the ego of the collective consciousness, because it's an entity that says, I am Lord of you. I rule over you. You answer to me. I tell you what to do. I'm your boss. You're my servant. And if you don't do what it wants, it will take control from you very violently. Well, that's what our mind does to us, right? If we don't do what the ego wants, it's going to try to punish us and make you feel guilty, make you feel shameful for not doing what it wanted. Well, that's a control tactic. And we see that through oppressive governments from all of history. So, in the same way that we transcend our ego individually, we will have to transcend these tyrannical governments that currently rule this planet in the same way collectively. So, how do we do that, right? Well, how do I transcend my ego? First, I stop giving it power. I stop believing that it has any power over me, and I just let it be like noise in the background. But I don't cooperate with it anymore. I don't give it my energy anymore. I just let it be there. I don't make it an enemy or something, but I just understand what it wants from me and that I don't want what it wants from me. That's how we begin to transcend, make the split from I am the ego versus I am something more transcendent than this. I am earlier than ego.
Mm.
So collectively, we have to stop thinking that the government actually has power over us or should have power over us, or that we should listen to anything they have to say. Secondly, we have to realize our inherent oneness. Like if I'm all disconnected from these parts of myself, good luck transcending ego. Ego will use all those divided parts to further divide me from myself. All those divided parts of me will be at war with each other. My guilty self hates my prideful self, and on and on and on and on. So until I love all parts of me, ego can weaponize those individual components. And isn't that what oppressive governments love to do? They
Mm-hmm.
love to divide their population, get them hating each other, fighting each other. And then they can just like puppets on a string, just pull the strings whichever way they want. The bad guy's over there, and everyone runs over there. Oh, they're over here. They run over there. And they're just picking your pockets every second while you're not looking. So we have to become one with each other as humanity. We have to absolutely refuse to be divided over any issue whatsoever. And until that happens, we're going to keep seeing the same things. So I think humanity right now, after this whole picture I've painted, we can see is at this very juncture, right, where we are learning these tough lessons. We're experiencing the consequences of not learning them. And ultimately, right, that's what wakes us up to the importance of the lesson itself.
Mm. So running away